Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a review video of the movie Videodrome. Actually, this is the box set of Videodrome released by Arrow Video. Very nice box set, if I'd say so myself. It is now out of print, but it's just out of print. Probably only about 2 or 3 weeks ago it went out of print, so you can still find some deals on this. So if you are looking for this, I would say to start looking very hard right now, because in probably a month from now, everything's going to be double of what it was originally was. So be on the lookout if you want this still. You can still find this for a very reasonable price, so be on the lookout. Highly recommended to pick this up. If you're wanting a big bang for your buck, this is it, because this thing is chock full of material. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut away, and I'm going to show you exactly what comes into this box set at a very a closer view. So after that, we'll come back and I'll explain about everything inside, and I will give you my review of what I thought of the movie. So, see you in a second. Okay guys, so here's the box set. This is the front, and spine here, Videodrome, a David Cronenberg film by Arrow Video there. Okay, the bottom here, not really much information on that, except the warning here contains strong sex, bloody, violence, gore. Here is a list of all of the specials that they have that comes on this, so I'm going to go ahead and read off these. The limited edition contents, high definition digital transfer of the uncut version of Videodrome, and 4 of Cronenberg's early works. Original uncompressed mono audio tracks for all films, optional English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing for all films. Limited edition packaging, fully illustrated by Giles Varank. Forgive me on that name there. Limited edition exclusive extras. So for the Videodrome Blu-ray disc and DVD disc, restored high-definition digital transfer of the unrated version approved by director David Cronenberg and cinematographer Mark Irwin. Audio commentary by Tim Lucas, the on-set correspondent for Cinema Fantastic magazine, and author of Videodrome Studies in the Horror Film. David Cronenberg and the Cinema of the Extreme, a documentary program featuring interviews with Cronenberg, George A. Romero, and Alex Cox on Cronenberg's cinema, censorship, and the horror genre. Foraging the New Flesh, a documentary program by filmmaker Michael Lenwick on Videodrome's video and prosthetic makeup effects. Videoblivion, a brand new interview with cinematographer Mark Irwin, a brand new interview with executive producer Pierre David, aka Jack Martin. Dennis Etchison, author of novelizations of Videodrome, Halloween, Halloween 2, Halloween 3, and The Fog, discusses Videodrome and his observations of Cronenberg's script. The complete uncensored Samurai Dreams footage with additional Videodrome broadcasts with optional commentary by Michael Lennick. Helmet Test and Betamax to features Ets by Michael Lennick on effects featured at the film, Camera 2000, Cronenberg's short film starring Videodrome's Les Carlson, Fear on Film, a roundtable discussion from 1982 with Cronenberg, John Carpenter, John Landis, and Mick Garris, deleted scenes from the TV version, promotional featurette with behind-the-scenes footage and interviews with Cronenberg, James Woods, Deborah Harry, and Rick Baker, original theatrical trailer. Now, on the early works here, you got high-definition Blu-ray and standard definition DVD, so you got a Blu-ray and a DVD of all of the original works also. It's 4 of Cronenberg's early films when he was still in film school. There's 2 full-length features and there's 2 short films on that. Transfer from 1966 and From the Drain 1967. Cronenberg's previously unavailable short films newly restored by the Toronto International Film Festival, 6 and 13 minutes respectively. Stereo 1969 and Crimes of the Future 1970, Cronenberg's early amateur feature film, shot in and around the university campus, prefiguring his later works' concerns with strange institutions, much like Videodrome's spectacular optical as well as male-female separation, dead ringers, and ESP scanners newly restored from original lab elements, 63 and 63 minutes respectively for them to transfer. The future author and critic Kim Newman discusses Cronenberg's early works. And also you get a collector's booklet, which is a 100-page hardback book featuring new writings including Justin Humphreys on Videodrome in a modern context, Brad Stevens on the alternate versions, Calum, wow, that's another name I can't pronounce there, Vatnasdaf on Cronenberg's early works, extracts from Cronenberg on Cronenberg featuring Cronenberg's reminiscence of getting started in filmmaking and shooting all of the films in this collection, plus more illustrated with original archive stills. Wow, that is a mouthful, and that's why I said you get the most bang for your buck. This thing is full. It took me 2 weeks to get through all of this material. So here's what comes in it. It's a nice little cardboard sleeve here. Let's put that to the side. Okay, so first off, here is a picture of James Wood's stomach, where he develops this gash in the side of it, which kind of acts like a VHS player in a way. But he also puts things in there. It's kind of really strange. But there you are, the DVD and the Blu-ray. Not really too much art on there, just the Videodrome name. On the back is Cathode Ray Mission, which is a place in the movie where people go to watch television as kind of a therapy. Okay. Next, we have the David Cronenberg's early works. Here we got Transfer, Stereo, From the Drain, and Crimes of Future. The DVD and the Blu-ray. So let me show you. It's really nothing. It's kind of like a blueprint of the building where the films were made, and I think that was also his film school that he went to. I didn't show the back of the artwork on. Oh, there is none. Sorry. Okay, it's just black there. And then here's the book. Hardback. Long Live the New Flesh. Television with the guts coming out. There's the spine. And there's the picture of one of the scenes in the movie. So here is the booklet here. There's the original cover, Videodrome, dedicated to the memory of Michael Lennick, 1952 to 2014. Oops. Here we go. Did you see the contents there? Scene from the movie. James Woods there with his gun that's molded, formed into his hand. There's a picture. This is from the early works, one of the films from the early works. This is Transfer. From the Drain. Another shot from the Drain. Transfer. Nothing there, just words. Stereo. Picture is really cool. Crimes of the Future there. Embryos for Visceral Vision. I'm just going to show you guys the pictures and stuff instead of the words, because you're not going to be able to read them anyway. Or another still there. It's from one of the short films there. Here we are with Videodrome. There's James Woods, star of the movie. There's when the gun starts to kind of merge into his hand. Rolling there. It's the beautiful Debbie Harry from Blondie. James Woods drinking coffee. James Woods and Debbie Harry when they appeared on this talk show on the movie. Another sketch. There's the torture room. There's that same scene that's on the back of the book here. Debbie Harry. James Woods when he finds out that Debbie Harry's actually on Videodrome. Debbie Harry burning herself with a cigarette. Civic TV, channel 83, cable 12. And that's basically it. So that's just a lot of stuff. Alright guys, I'm going to cut back and I'm going to tell you everything that I thought about this movie. So see you in a bit. Okay guys, so I'm going to tell you now what I thought about everything that comes with the Videodrome box set. So first, let's start off on the movie Videodrome itself, because that's the main focus of the box set. So Videodrome is a 1983 David Cronenberg film which stars James Woods, Sonia Smits, and Debbie Harry from the rock band Blondie. So if you don't know about Debbie Harry, I highly recommend that you go search on YouTube or whatever and look for some videos of Blondie. Excellent, excellent music, excellent, really good band. So the movie was set in the early 1980s, and it was the background setting was in Toronto. So James Woods is the owner of this small cable television program, actually cable television channel, not program. And what he's doing, he's pushing the boundaries by showcasing heavy violence and soft porn stuff like this. And his reasoning is because everybody else is playing kind of the same thing, so he's small and he needs something that's going to get people's attention, and he's going to offer something that people can't get anywhere else. So that's his idea. He's kind of unsatisfied with the programming that's on his TV station right now, so he's always out looking for other material that he could put on his station that's going to kind of raise the bar. So he has this tech guy that has this pirate satellite dish that can pick up a lot of things, stations and stuff. So he's always searching this satellite dish, and they come across this pirate TV station which is featuring torture, kind of snuff stuff. Well, James Woods thinks it's actors, okay? But he starts to get really interested in this station and where it comes from. It seems to be coming from Malaysia, but I think they went through a repeater, and comes to find out it's coming out of, I think it was Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So the movie basically kind of revolves around him trying to find this pirate station called Videodrome. I don't want to give many spoilers, so I'm going to kind of leave the synopsis at that. And I'm going to kind of move on to what I thought about the movie. Okay? So, my opinion of the movie, I thought it was brilliant. Okay? David Cronenberg's mind is very different than your regular sit down, watch a movie, you don't have to think too much, just kind of cheesy, you know, watch it and it's simple, the monster's killing people and at the end they kill the monster and boom, it's easy to understand, okay? This movie is very different. It's very visceral, it's very in your mind, and you can't tell whether it's what's real and what's hallucination by James Woods' character. But it doesn't take away from the movie because the last scene, you know, is real. Or is it? Very good movie. I really enjoyed it. It was brilliant, like I said before. It was shot beautifully. It didn't take away from it because you didn't know what was happening, what was real and what was not real, because in the end you understood the story and everything anyway. So, highly recommend this one. Excellent. Lots of gore, lots of violence. Very, very different take on a horror movie, not your typical horror movie. Brilliant. So I highly recommend getting this movie. Okay, next film what I want to talk about is the 4 films that were included, which were David Cronenberg's early works. And I want to start off with Crimes of the Future. It is the newest one out of the 4. And it's a 1970 film, and basically the story is set where the, I guess, sexually mature women have all died because of poison in makeup. That's the story, basically. Poison cosmetics have killed all of the sexually mature women. So it's a bunch of these guys kind of trying to survive without women. So that's kind of the way the story goes. Very strange, very difficult to follow for me. It was shot in black and white, and not black and white, that one wasn't shot in black and white, sorry. But the commentary was added post-production. Very strange story. You got this cream stuff that's coming out of them that they're tasting. It's got some kind of implied child porn in it. It's very strange. I just didn't get it, okay? Maybe my mind is too simple for his brilliance or whatever, but I just couldn't follow the story. I didn't understand. Yeah, I didn't understand it. Sorry. So you guys, if anybody else can get something out of it that I didn't, I mean, feel free to take a look at it and let me know in the comments below. I'd like to hear what you have to say about it. But for me, it was just very bizarre, very strange, very difficult to follow. Foot fetishes, just weird. Kind of a mishmash of just all of these things going on, which was really difficult to understand for me. So that's Crimes of the Future. Okay, the next one I want to talk about is one called From the Drain. Now this is a short film, while Crimes of the Future was kind of a full-length featured film, and that was his second full-length feature film. From the Drain was filmed in 1967. Again, it's a short film that David Cronenberg made while he was still in film school. It's about these 2 guys, and the scenes opens up, and they're sitting in this bathtub, and one is talking like this really aristocrat, like, "Hi there, who are you?" You know, and it's, again, very bizarre, very strange short film. But they're sitting in this bathtub, these 2 guys, okay, and they think they're in a rec room of a Veterans Administration, I don't know if you want to call a hospital or a community center or something or whatever, but they think they're in the rec room. I kind of feel like they were in a mental institution, more than likely. But one guy sitting near the drain, the aristocrat speaking type guy sitting near the drain, and the other guy's really weird. I mean, this guy even looks weird. And he's you know, like this, you know, acting like this the whole time through the movie, but he's frightened of something in the drain, and he's telling them, don't go near the drain. So the aristocrat guy, you know, this conversation just continues, just kind of nonsense, basically. But eventually they change places, and the aristocratic speaking guy tells the other guy, You know, there's nothing to worry about. Don't bother looking in the drain. He's like pushing his head down there. There's nothing there. And all of a sudden this tendril comes out of the drain like a vine or something and wraps around the guy's throat and chokes him, kills him. While the other guy is basically emotionless. He gets up, leaves the bathtub, and walks out of the room, and it basically ends right there. So it was shot in... all of these short films were shot, and in post-production was added the dialogue and stuff like that. That one wasn't, but the other three were, and the reason because of that was because the camera they were using at the time was very noisy. So the camera picked itself up. So what they did was they shot with no sound, and then they added the post-production dialogue afterwards, kind of like a narrator or so. But this one was actually done, you know, like that though. So anyways, again, you know, another very strange, you know, no coherency to it. So you just really, I don't know what else to say. You guys watch it for yourself and let me know. You know, it's strange. It's really out there. Okay, next is Stereo, and this one was done in 1969. It stars Ronald Mlodzik, which was also, you know, in a lot of his other films. These guys that he got for these films, they're really weird-looking dudes. So I don't know if that was just a sign of the times or what, but they're really strange-looking fellows in these movies. So basically, this was David Cronenberg's first full-length feature film, and the film documents an experiment of these people, and they're either being endowed or they're training for telepathy, okay? And they're encouraged to learn telepathy through sexual exploration, okay? I don't know, you know, that's Mr. DC's mind, you know, DC, David Cronenberg, that's his mind. That's the way it works. But the experiments get out of hand, and a couple of people end up dying. But some of the things in the film cost quite a bit of money. I mean, there's a helicopter scene that comes in at the beginning that lets the star of the movie out of the helicopter and then takes off and flies away. And you can tell it's the campus because this film and Transfer also was, you could tell the building's the same building, so it was all filmed on the grounds of his film school. Okay, so I mean, that's basically it. Again, it was filmed silently with post-production narration added afterwards. Another very strange film. You know, this one wasn't so hard to follow, but just afterwards, you know, if you just look at you know, there's those movies you get when you look at it and afterwards you're like, wow, that was a good movie. And there's other movies that you look at and you're like, huh? And these short films are like that. I mean, after you watch them, you're like, huh? You know, some people might even think, that was a waste of life, you know. But, you know, I mean, again, my mind, you know, it could be simple. Some other people might get the deeper meaning of what he was trying to say or something. But, yeah, it's just strange. Very strange. Okay, and the last one I want to talk about is Transfer. Okay, this was a 1966 short film, and it had Mort Ritz in it, and Ralph McPherson was the two stars of it. It's 7 minutes long, and it's about these two guys, and they're sitting in this snow-covered field at a table and chairs. One's a psychiatrist and the other one's his patient. They're basically having a discussion between the two, and the patient is kind of complaining about he's done a lot of things to try impress the psychiatrist, but the psychiatrist has acted kind of indifferent to everything. So it's just this conversation between the two about that subject, about I've done this for you, I've done this, I've made progress for this, but you don't seem to care, or kind of the patient kind of has these feelings, I guess, for the psychiatrist, which, you know, it's that you've heard of the patient-doctor kind of relationship syndrome thing that some patients have. They fall in love with their doctor who takes care of them and stuff like that. But I don't know if that's what he was getting at or what, but just another bizarre show. I mean, why? The thing you want to ask yourself is, why are these two guys in this snow-covered field first? You know, why aren't they sitting inside somewhere? And why is there a table and chairs out in the middle of this snow-covered field? You know, I don't know. But that's the 4 short films. Actually, 2 short films and 2 full-length featured films. There was work that went into making these things. You know, I'm not going to deny that there was a lot of work to go in to make these. Are they coherent? You know, I don't know. Not for me, basically. You know, I mean, I don't know. Not my favorite. So anyway, the main feature, Videodrome, was 100 times better than all of them combined. Had some thought going to it, had some production value to it, and the story was kind of coherent. You knew what was going on, even though the hallucinations and the reality things kind of blurred. Sometimes at the end you knew, you know, basically the story. So that's it, guys. Again, if you want a lot of product for your buck, get this. I mean, it took me, like I said, 2 weeks to get through all this material. The interviews, and I mean, you know, still, I didn't talk about the interviews and the special features and all of this other stuff with George Romero commenting on it, David Cronenberg commenting on the things, and I mean, there's the makeup artists in there are commenting. There's special extra films that were made. It's a ton of material. So for the price, wow, it was super deal. Happy to have that to my collection. I hope you guys, the ones that want it, can find it fairly easily and not be too hard of a hit to your wallet. But that's it. That's a Videodrome by Arrow, David Cronenberg. Highly recommended. I'm glad I got it to my collection. Thank you very much. Hit thumbs up, hit thumbs down, whichever you like, and hit subscribe if you're not subscribed, so the videos will come straight to your inbox. And thank you for joining me, and I will see you on the next video. Take care, guys.